Hi students, we are going to continue today working on shading our blocks. Remember, this is practice for a bigger project where we will be shading more complex objects and images. Remember, you have to have your reference image on your iPad or your phone out so you know where to place your shadows. A couple more tips for you as we go about this process. Number one, if you're finding that you're smearing your work as you go, if you just take a piece of paper and set it underneath your hand, that will prevent smudging. Because your skin has natural oils in it, if your skin actually touches, it'll smudge, but if the paper is underneath, you won't get as much smudging. So just grab a scrap piece of paper or tear a piece out of your sketchbook and lay your hand under it if you're having issues with smearing. Another thing I've noticed is that when you're using the tortillon, make sure you're using it on the side. Okay? You're not using the tortillon with the tip, because what's going to happen is this tip is going to flatten. Let me show you an example like this. See the difference? Flat tortillon, not flat tortillon. This is what you want, right? This tortillon was used by pushing down like this, and it smushed it. We want to use our tortillon on the side with little small motions. Remember, shading is something that takes time and careful observation and patience. One thing I don't want you to forget about is your cast shadows. So any shadows that your objects are actually casting on the table, don't forget to also include them in your drawing. When you are finished, there's a couple things you're going to want to do. You're going to want to photograph your work, and you're also going to want to photograph your value chart. Okay. One thing I'm going to be looking for when I put this into the grade book is, did you use a full range of values in your work? So the purpose of creating the value chart is to see, do you have values that are dark, and do you have values that are light, and do you have the full spectrum in between? So I can look at your value chart, I can look at your drawing and see, do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 5 to 6 values within the drawing that you've created. Last thing we're going to do when we're finished, and apologize for the lighting, I'm out in the hallway, the lighting is really bad out here, is we're going to come out to the hallway and we're going to spray our drawing with something called Final Fixative. You might notice that your drawing is like kind of smudgy if you rub it with your hand. So if you take this Final Fixative, give it a couple shakes, and it's just an aerosol can, you're going to go ahead and you want to stand at least about 12 inches, about a foot away, and lightly spray or give a mist over your entire shaded blocks. What this is going to do is going to fix the graphite onto your page, and you're not going to be able to smear it as easily. You can also do the same thing in your sketchbook with your value chart, just so your graphite doesn't get everywhere. Okay, so this is when you're completely finished. You're going to spray both your drawing and your value chart in the hall. You will see the can and where you will set up to do this.